Hello, Mark Crossfield here, and today we're going to do a video on golf balls. Getting a lot of people asking me to do a video on how to choose the best golf ball. There's lots of different ways to choose the best golf ball to make an educated decision about golf balls. There's a few different factors, so let's talk about the factors and see what is the best way to buy a golf ball, or see if we can work out what the best way to buy a golf ball is for your game. Started this process a couple of weeks ago, put it out to Facebook, asked the guys and girls at Facebook to let me know why they choose the golf balls they use, what's the reason, what ball do they use. So I think a good place for us to start in this video is just get over to Facebook, see what everyone's saying, and then we can test these theories. Possibly we'll get in the studio, hit some balls with TrackMan on, and I'll show you actually if using a Callaway over a Titleist or a Bridgestone over a Srixon actually makes any difference. It's going to be a good video. Let's get into it and see if we can get you using the right golf ball. So here we are at Facebook. You can always bank on the Facebookers to give you some real thoughts with some good opinions. So let's have a look what people are using and why. So we've got Paul using the Bridgestone 330. New to this ball, it flies great and is great around the greens. In the winter it's a Srixon 333. So Paul was picking his ball on feel, which is a common thread actually with these answers here. Srixon soft feel, green box with padded air, NXT Tour, switch from Bridgestone E5s for Steve. Pro V1 X because I like the feel of my irons, and for short game control as well. So people are using them for that feel and that control. TaylorMade, TP Red, Srixon Z-Star and Martin, depending on which one is on offer. So that's another reoccurring answer is price. So mixture of feel combined with price. Chris, Nike PD Soft, can't justify paying big money for the Pro V1. So again, money. And TaylorMade Penta, biggest threat to #1 ball in golf for Dan. Lee, Titleist Pro V1 X, complete package golf ball, have the maximum distance with the drive and control spin rate into the green. So again, that's going for that control really. It's giving it as well as distance, he's saying. So for a controllable distance. Z-Star Tour Yellow for Will, so he's picking them on the colour. Alan's going for the Penfolds. Good old Alan. You still buy a Penfold? Good on you, Penfold. I remember using those. Philip Callaway Tour, Wilson Stuff GX3. I like the really hard ones that do a lot of damage there. That's a great answer. Again, so that was going on feel on the opposite end. So lots of different answers. So let's get into the studio and hit some of these balls. We're going to have a go with the Bridgestone, the Titleist, I think, and the Srixon, which is one of the most reoccurring ones that's coming up. Let's see if there's any difference between them. Okay guys, we're in the studio. We've got TrackMan on. We've got the three balls. We've got the Titleist Pro V1. We've got the Z-Star from Srixon. And we've also got the Bridgestone. This is the Tour B330S. Let's give these three a hit, see if there's any difference, see if one is better than the other for feel, direction, distance, all those kind of things. Let's get into it. Okay, so we got TrackMan on. We've got our boxer balls. We've got the Pro V1s. We've got the Bridgestone B330Ss, and we've got the Srixon Z-Stars. Let's see if there's any difference in the distance. So let's start us off. A couple of shots of each. Hopefully you only need one of each. Two of those. Two of the Bridgestone. So let's start us off with a Titleist Pro V1 to get us going. TrackMan's going to shout out how far these are going. Let's see if there's a difference in the distance with these balls. Here we go. Pro V1, start us off. Not bad. Slightly toey strike.
Carry 160.6 yards.
Okay, so let's try that up with the Srixon Z-Star then. So 160 with the Pro V1. That was a decent hit. Be interesting to see if that goes any further.
Carry 163.5 yards.
163, so it's about right. I mean, they were the same distances for all intents and purposes. One was struck better than the other. So this is the Bridgestone to finish us off then. Again, not a bad hit. I'll be surprised if that goes much further than 163, 165. Carry.
Carry 161.4 yards.
So you can see there, I don't need to hit these balls all day. They're going the same distance. Subject to where I'm striking, they're going pretty much the same distance. Those three balls, that's the Bridgestone, Titleist and the Srixon Z-Stars there. No difference. Distance for me, the same. So if I have to pick one of these balls on distances, I don't care which one I'm using. So let's get deeper into it. Let's have a go on the feel test. Okay, we've got the three balls. We're out on the range. We're going to hit with the Srixon, the Titleist and the Bridgestone. Let's see if there's any difference when you're pitching into the green with these clubs. So we're going to go for the feel, the stop of these balls. So let's have a go. A couple of Srixons, a couple of Titleists and a couple of the Bridgestones. So start us off with the Srixon. Here we go with the Srixon. Let's pitch this in and see how it feels. Okay, not bad. It's medium to soft. Let's give it another hit. Okay, I mean, that feels good. It feels like it's going to stop. It feels like it's going to give me some control. The other end. Let's have a go with the Bridgestone and see if we can feel any difference. Okay, again, feels very similar. It's hard to tell the difference between these balls. Let's give it a go. Nasty bounce on that one, but that felt arguably a fraction softer in the Bridgestone. So let's give it a hit now with the Titleist. Arguably the most used. This is the Pro V1. Oh, hit the flag. Might do that more often. Let's give it one more go. Titleist again. Again, feels nice. So not much to choose between those. I mean, the Titleist did feel that little bit softer off the face. The actual stopping round the green was almost identical between each ball. Definitely feels soft, nice and controlling all those three. I reckon I could feel myself using any of those balls. Titleist arguably sounded that little bit softer off the face. So there we go. We've tried the balls. I've hit all the three top end balls there from three different manufacturers, and through my life I've hit every manufacturer's top end ball really. And I mean, I'm struggling to see the difference. They performed very similar in their physical performance. They performed very similar. The data that the machines were giving us was almost identical. The feel aspect may be slightly different between the three balls, and obviously feel is subjective. What is feel? You know, today feels quite cool to me, where to someone else it might feel quite warm. So feel is up to you. If you're buying your balls on feel rather than physical performance, then that's only a decision that you can make, and no one can tell you that you're right or wrong. And I certainly, out of those three and all the manufacturers' balls that I've tried, I can't tell you that one will be better than the other for you. So that's something that you're going to have to do. Now, I've done this with the top end ball from each manufacturer, or from the three I chose. You could have done this with their mid-range, low spinning further distance balls. Again, the performance between the manufacturers is almost identical. It's almost impossible to tell the difference. Again, it's that subjective feel, sound kind of aspect that would choose. So when it comes to picking balls, you need to be choosing balls subject on if you want distance, if you want spin. And to do that, you can read the boxes, read the manufacturer's blurb. It's right what they're saying it's going to offer. What they're saying it's going to offer, it does do that. But when it comes to feel, you need to try and work out what feels best for your game, and there's no right or wrongs here really, is the moral. They're all good. The only thing I will say, I mean, I use a Titleist ball. I like Titleist balls. I like the feel of a Titleist ball. I've used them all my life. It's a brand I trust. I like what they do for golf as well. They're very good at promoting the game. They're good at giving pros like me good support. So I'm happy to use their brand of ball, and I'm happy to support their ball. They are the #1 ball in golf. Lots of the world's best are using it. Are they getting paid to use that ball, or do they do it because, again, they've grown up with it? And the fact they're growing up with it is just a testimony to how good Titleist are at getting it in our brains that's the ball we want to use. So look, I'm not going to say any ball's better than the other. You keep using the balls you're using. I hope this video has helped in some way to give you an idea. This is a really objective look at, in my opinion, of what the balls can do. I can't tell you which one's better. You've got to find it out a bit for yourself. You do need to be thinking about what ball you're using, subject, distance or spin, so what you want from your game. If you want the ball to stop on the green and go a medium distance, then you need to use those top end balls. If you want a ball to go big distance, don't care how it stops, then you need to be going more for the cheap bracket of balls, the harder balls. But like I said earlier, go with the manufacturer's blurb, that what they're saying on their boxes is true. In relationship to each ball, it's pretty true. So look, I hope that helps, guys. Let me know what you think. Any comments, do post below, and I'll look forward to hearing what you've got to say. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in another video.